swagger, okay? Regardless of what happens out there. Doesn't matter. Keep your swagger.
Hey, welcome into another edition of Sit Start Saturday. It's me, Alan, running solo today. Jay is out traveling, and I think, I know TJ's out traveling too. He's in Portugal, and it was apparently raining there yesterday. And little fact, water is also wet in Europe too. Funny the things the media gets right. But yeah, before I get going, I wanted to say I forgot to do it on Wednesday show. Dauber Hockey, 20 years. Thank you for your service. I know I use Frozen Tools probably as frequently as I use Wikipedia for things. Hopefully be using it in another 20 years. Probably. And then so first up, probably the biggest story in the last 24 hours, Rasmus Dahlin taking a personal leave of absence. That sucks. I don't know how you make up that production if you are the Dahlin owner. Keep a lookout. I mean, if you're not the Dahlin owner, you're just looking for a nice pickup. Keep an eye on Bowen Byram or Owen Power. I'm not sure who gets that power play one spot yet. But if you're the Dahlin owner, they won't be They won't be as good as Rasmus Dahlin. I haven't seen practice lines yet, so we don't know who's going to get that spot. So with that, we'll get into our sit start questions. So first up, we have LA 26 for Saturday games. So this is what Yahoo recommended. So already, yikes. So he is benching Leo Carlson, Dilly Guns, and Elias Pettersson. So he is thinking Carlson over Tuck. I agree with that. Right? Because who does Buffalo play? Buffalo plays Carolina. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, because what they just announced, Carolina is playing Kochetkov. Gunther over points. That, because what I see, Utah is playing. Shoot, I just had that up. Utah is playing the Habs. Yeah, I kind of think that's a toss-up. Utah is playing the Habs. Tampa is playing the Capitals. Both teams are a little stingy. I guess it depends on which goalie is in net for the Habs. If the Habs are playing Dobis, I don't know. I might go point over Gunther. But yeah, I kind of think points kind of, I don't want to say off to a cold start, but he's not where most people drafted him as far as point wise. So another thumbs up there. And then he's asking Pettersson over, was it JT Miller? Yeah, Pettersson over JT Miller or Schmaltz. Well, if he does Gunther and Schmaltz, he's playing the stack, which can be great unless the Habs shut out Utah, which is the drawback of stacks. It's feast or famine. I would rather diversify and have, at that point, I kind of rather play. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let me take a look at what they've both done lately. What's Dilly Guy? Because I know Schmaltz has been just insane lately. A lot of talk about what they do with him. Okay, so yeah, he's got 2 points in his last 4, 3 in his last 5, 2 of them goals. I feel like you got to play Schmaltz. I feel like Schmaltz is the must play. Yeah, I would give slight edge to Schmaltz. But I feel like Point has to have heated up because they just beat. It's not that great. Yeah, Dilly Guns and points are kind of a wash. But yeah, PD, I kind of like I like the matchup for Vancouver. Not that Columbus is a pushover this year, but I like that matchup for Vancouver. If there's an opponent where they're going to score some goals, it's Columbus. He's got Quinn Hughes. He's got a couple stacks going. And the fact that what did the Rangers scored like 4 or 5 goals, and I don't think JT Miller got in on any of them, which is nice. Friggin' Panarin with a 3-point game. I did not see that coming at all. Yeah, no points for JT Miller last night on a 4 goals for the Rangers. I'll just do the Vancouver reaction here. Okay, next up, Pat Clove, bench 1, 10 points, bangers. Jesper Rad at Pittsburgh, Dilly Guns at Montreal, Drake Batherson at Philly. I feel like Urson is confirmed for Philly. I feel like you gotta play Batherson because Urson is leaky as all get out. Yeah, oh, hey, look, I'm going to Frozen Tools. Yeah, let me check Urson. I feel like he has just been abysmal to start the year. Yeah, goals against 3, which isn't terrible. Save percentage 8.76. So I feel like he's had some real stinkers. Oh, okay, not terrible. His last game was a 9.23, and then 8.85, 7.14. Okay. So he's just had the one stinker, and then I just locked in, and have been using that as confirmation bias. Yeah, I still think you got to go. Batherson's a lock. But then I'm benching. I don't know. I almost feel like Gunther's the bench here. This is the problem with 10-team leagues. Like, everyone's a stud, or everyone's packed with studs. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's take a look. What's Batherson done his last few games? Honestly, haven't been keeping track of what Ottawa's done their last few games. Yeah, I mean, well, Batherson went pointless this last game, but he's lightening up. Yeah, for me, I feel like you gotta play Bratt. I feel like Dilly Guns is the bench, and then Pokemon. Okay, so yes, regular of the show. This is the league where goalies don't do much. We're mostly concerned with skaters. So suggestions. All right, so this is what Yahoo set. Okay, so we're benching Toffoli, Barzal, Hischier, Aho. Yeah, you gotta play Schmaltz. You gotta play Gauthier. Dude shoots just a ton. This is tough. Okay. Shoot. And I feel like the last time we said bench Barzal, he got like a goal or 2. And of course, your 2 goalies, because why would you carry anymore? Oh, hold on, I got a question in the chat. So okay. I'll answer this one real quick. Keandre Miller for Seth Jones. So right now, sample size of 1 this point in time. Give me Keandre Miller. That Carolina power play is I like that Carolina power play over the Florida power play right now. Actually, let me check, see what both teams are set at in terms of power play conversion. play percentage. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, Carolina's dead last at 10.8, and then Florida is 19.2. Actually, maybe Seth Jones is the better choice. Wow. I really thought the Carolina power play was better than that. Yeah, maybe Seth Jones is apparently the better choice, but I feel like he's just not a factor on the power play. Because I know I've seen several people ask if he is a drop at this point in time. Okay, so he had a couple power play points a few games ago. What's he? How many points does he have on the season? 6 points on the season. I don't know. So he's about half a point per game, which I know I was one of those people. I'm like, yeah, 60 point Seth Jones should be easy on that Florida team, but that was until Barkov went down. Oh my gosh, a 35-point pace. But I don't think Keandre Miller is going to pace much higher, especially once Ghost Bear comes back. I think Seth Jones has the better long-term outlook. Yeah, and probably just better off hanging on to him. I don't think you want to drop Seth Jones for Keandre Miller. Someone will pick up Seth Jones, and you'll lose him for nothing. So back to Pokemans. Yeah, this is tough because I feel like you got to get Aho in against Buffalo. They're gonna let some goals in, but the question is, who do you bench? And will Tampa let some goals in? Absolutely. And if anyone is, it's gonna be, it might be Dylan Strome. Yeah, see, and that's animations, yeah. And that's like Keandre Miller definitely loses that power play spot once Ghost Bear comes back. It's pretty much his. And I wonder how long it is before they actually feel comfortable giving Nikishin a shot on power play 1. It's crazy that they haven't, but like I said, I think it was Banger Management where they said that they would, or discussed that they think it could be a language barrier thing as to why they didn't just give it to him. But who knows? The weird things that go on, like coaching decisions, front office decisions that just none of us know. Yeah, I kind of want to put Aho in over Strome. It's just I feel like Buffalo will definitely let some goals in. And it just kind of depends on which version of Tampa the Capitals get today. Because Vazzy could either let 4 in or none. And yeah, man, the Sharks, I feel like you have to play Toffoli. Sharks are one of the highest scoring teams. We talked about that Wednesday show. And Nashville plays Dallas, who I feel like they're not going to let much in. Yeah, Robo, excellent choice. I agree with that. Yeah, I just don't see, because both the Islanders and the Rangers played last night, but Rangers are going to play Shesterkin today. I don't think Barzal is a big enough upgrade over someone like Kucherov, Robertson, Schmaltz. Yeah, the only moves I might make, Aho over Strome is probably the stronger move I would suggest. Toffoli over Forsberg, but I feel like Forsberg is the stud. I don't think you're going wrong by playing Forsberg over Toffoli. I just feel like the Shark. Well, although the Sharks only scored 2 goals last night, so it's possible that oh my gosh, who are they playing? Shoot, I closed my Discord window, everyone. I'm very sorry. Now you're seeing my big face. Oh, they play Florida. So Florida could actually put up a decent defense. Yeah, I leave Forsberg in. I feel like if anyone's prone to score in that Nashville game, Forsberg's got as good as chance as any. Yeah, if you make any moves, Aho over Strome. And then Big Bird 1. Start 1. So we're categories. Shoot, I don't know what Lacombe's category coverage is, to be honest. I know he's not where the projections where a lot of people thought he would be points-wise. Luke Hughes. Actually, oh man, Luke Hughes with I know Hamilton is, I don't know, his day-to-day. He's some kind of injured right now. So this is a big boost to Luke Hughes. Might want to check and see if he's available in your, oh, there we go. I didn't realize I didn't have that up. Yeah, I guess I'd honestly might behoove you guys to check and see if Luke Hughes is out there in your leagues, with Hamilton out at the moment. Okay, hat tricks. Star 1, Luke Hughes over Pittsburgh, Lacombe over Vegas. Actually, what's Lacombe been doing? Because I know Luke Hughes, he gets you points or jack all. Will Lacombe at least... Okay, Lacombe at least get you a little something. Yeah, they're probably pretty equal, all points, or all things considered. That sucks. Like, it's hard to predict a game against Pittsburgh right now. They're just on so they're on some kind of tear. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I still trust Vegas defensively a lot. You know what? Let's go Lacombe. What was it? The Ducks just hit some kind of record. They're like one of the handful of teams in like the last, it was like 13 years or something to score like, or was it? No, 13 games. It was some kind of record. They scored like 7 goals within their first 13 games or something. They're like a handful of teams to do it. I don't know how much of a factor Lacombe will be, but I feel like if there's a team that's going to score a ton of goals, it's the Ducks right now, and Lacombe could be a factor on them. Let's go Lacombe. I just split the vote. So cool. All right. Nestle Swolehouse. Love it. Any changes? So who does he have benched? Oh. So we're benching Rob, Tom, and Tuck. I agree with the well, actually, who's he playing that I agree with benching Tuck? Troy Terry. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, my God. I picked him up where I could after seeing the scoring insanity that the Ducks are on lately. Sam Reinhart. I agree with that. You got to play Reinhart. Oh, and then, yeah, Strome and Zegras. Yeah, I agree. Zegras is on another gear right now. So Rob, Tom. Tomas Hertl, Miller. Only change I might make is Rob, Tom over Miller. But of course, watch, this is going to be the game where Miller just goes ham and go for like a 5-point night or something crazy. Yeah, maybe Rob, Tom over Miller or Strome. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like it's a lateral move at best. I don't think you're really gaining a whole lot there. And then Patrick Free hit some blocks. It's hitting him actually down 3 hits. Have to play Holloway. So sounds like we're going for hits. All right. So Kindle, great pickup on Kindle, by the way. I picked him up. That was a nice stack of Crosby and Kindle a couple nights ago. PowerPoints, goals. It was nice. So Holloway's center left wing. Well, you're obviously not benching Stu, McKinnon, or Pedersen. Yeah, he sure doesn't really. He sure's another points or nothing guy. Do you have utility slots? No, you don't. And you want Sherwood for hits. Connor Garland. I feel like Connor Garland might hit some. I feel like Barbashev hits a little too. That was my first guess. He's iffy. But he's good a shot as any. Actually, how much does Holloway get you? Same deal. Okay, Holloway could get you like 5 or 1. So it's kind of the same deal with Barbashev. Yeah, I would. Honestly, I think you're set. I don't think you could really improve an insane amount. Okay, start 3, bench 2. So I'm assuming I vote for the starts. 14 team bangers league. See, I think it's insane that there's no votes for Horvat. Okay. But no, I agree. Gotta start Terry. Okay, let me look at the other options before I'm like, this guy, yes, this guy, yes, this guy, yes. Because I want to vote Mercer immediately while he is on just this insane tear. Yes, I agree with those two. I feel like Terry and Mercer are kind of locks. I kind of want to split the vote there and vote go Horvat. Although I feel like he had like a little flash in the pan there and it's kind of cooled off. Because I remember a lot of the pundits were like, "Yeah, Horvat's back. This is great." No, actually, yeah, no, he's got 5 points in his last 4 games, 3 goals. Yeah, see, I'm all on the Bo Horvat train. Yeah, I'm surprised JT Miller has any votes at all. And Lundell, man, I've been re-examining picking up Lundell because I tried to grab him everywhere I could as soon as Barkov went down, and then I dropped him because he wasn't being Barkov light. We have Barkov at home. Yeah, I'm going Horvat. Keandre Miller. Okay. Yeah. We asked this earlier. Let's add the reaction. Florida logo. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so 2 goalies, Vejmelka and Swayman. Oh, this is tough because even though it's on the back of some unsustainability, Montreal is one of the highest scoring. Well, I think it's not high scoring. It's one of the most accurate teams in the league. Pull that up again. Yeah, they're the most accurate. I don't think they're one of the highest scoring. Well, they're the 4th highest goals for per game. But they're definitely the most accurate right now, at least. The Ducks aren't very far behind anymore. So Montreal has a team shooting percentage of 14.6. Ducks are 13.7. That's fucking insane. Like what? I mean, I think the guess was Montreal would take a step forward, but good God, like I did not expect Montreal to be like top of the table 1 month into the season. And the Ducks, but I guess that's the Q factor. As much as that pains me to say. All right, so it's 4 saves to a goal against. Swayman. Who does Boston play today? Boston plays Toronto. That's a matchup I always try to stay away from. And Toronto's kind of coming back. Yeah, this is not a great choice either way. I kind of got to go Vebmelka, assuming. No, I imagine they give Vanacek Ottawa tomorrow. I feel like Ottawa, at least right now, it might be the easier matchup for Utah tomorrow. And Ottawa is just I don't know. Ottawa is one of those teams we thought would vie for a wild card, but I think part of that is Brady Tkachuk's out. I don't know. Oh man, but that is it. No one else. No one in chat. Actually, you know what? Do I have anything in? No mailbag. No FHF hotline. Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can do these ad drops. I'll start with this one. Okay. It's goals, assists, points, shots on goal, power play points, blocks, plus, minus. We're adding one. Oh, you know what? That's something. You know what? I want to check on that right now because I noticed there was a power play goal from Chicago where Levshinov got one of the assists. I think the Renzel era might be over. Let me check the time on ice from last night. Levshinov, 4:01 power play time on ice. Renzel, 48 seconds. Yeah, I think we might have a new power play champion in Chicago there. It looks like it's Levshinov over Renzel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long Ekman Larson stays on power play 1 in Toronto. I feel like they're just shaking it up to get things going. I don't think he stays there. At this point in his career, he's just someone who can do that, but I don't think he is the guy anymore. I feel like it's Falk. Oh, and I split the vote. Cool. Yeah, because I mean, Sean Walker, I mean, really, he's like third in line for power play time in Carolina. So he's really, you might just get like shots, blocks, plus, minus out of him. Yeah, Ekman Larson, I don't think the peripherals are there enough. Maybe he'll get you a random stumble backwards into an assist. So points league, pick one. Okay, Hanifin, Luke Hughes, Montour, Lacombe, Cider. Easy. Yeah. I mean, unless depending, because like as much as I like Montour, as much as I like Lacombe's upside, I still think it's got to be Cider. Do goalie chat here. Is Ullmark a hold? I don't know. I mean, that's tough right now. I guess it depends on who's on your wire. Trapped him sitting on the wire. Oh yeah, in a 10 team, he would probably sit on your wire. Dostal or Kochekov. Depending on how deep your league is. But yeah, no, Dostal, I feel like will get the volume over Kochekov. At least as long as Freddie Anderson's healthy. I feel like Kochekov will kind of split starts with Freddie Anderson. It seems like that's what they're doing now that they're both healthy. But yeah, give me Dostal, especially since I don't know what Quenneville has done with that. Well, you know, I know what that they've done with that roster. Like they signed the kind of the guys that have proven them so solid, like Granlund. They got kind of some of those misfits, like Kreider, who for second gear for him, man. What was looking at his point pace a day or two ago. I don't think he hits it, but it's still insane. What is he on? Yeah, 91 point pace. I don't think he hits that, obviously. Yeah, because he's shooting at 33%. He does not reach that. I mean, even his career shooting percentage, 15. So he's a slightly like high efficiency converter. but no way he finishes the season. I mean, he shouldn't even finish the season at 20. Well, he has finished a season at 20%. And that was one of his better seasons, actually, 21-22 season. So, okay. Subby shot, he could finish these, even if he finishes the season at 20%. I mean, yeah, I would say he could repeat a 78-ish point season. So, yeah, honestly, I go check it. I suggest go checking your wires for these Ducks players. Anyone like that top six. I mean, shoot, I wish I had to pick up in the tier of the listener league I'm in. Mikhail Granlund, I think TJ dropped him. I kind of wanted to stash him for when he comes back because I feel like he is capable of rowing in that's just that insane goals per game that they're on. Yeah, go check and see if any of these Ducks are out there because Jesus. And their shooting percentage is also high, so that could come back down some, but they're just, I don't know, at least right now they're knocking it out of the park. Okay, and that's it. Oh, so we have another starter bench question there. Oh, okay. So there we go. Yeah, so I agree. I feel like Terry and Mercer are the locks there. KY or Kentucky. KY. Yeah, we can go trade talk. See, even though I'm terrible at, I feel like I'm terrible at valuing players. Should I do this trade? Counter a second as well. Trade away Tavares in an 8th. You get Demidov in a 3rd. So this has got to be some sort of keeper dynasty. Yeah. I mean, Demidov is probably the longer term player. Tavares is the win now move, especially because he seems like one of the guys that's actually scoring in Toronto to start. Although it seems like Matthews recently. Wow, what game was that? It was one of their games recently where it seems like, oh, hey, we are getting vintage Matthews. Well, not vintage, but Matthews as we know him. Yeah, it's not bad. Pick upgrade for a guy who should anyway prove to be just as good, if not better, a player. Blockbuster should get 10-team head-to-head. Okay, no one's voted on this. Nice. Redraft. Oh, bangers plus Pims. Matthews, Bedard, Faber, Bennington for McKinnon, Marner, Heischer, Demko. I want the McKinnon side because I feel like there really aren't. Well, you know what? As I say this, I remember seeing yesterday. It looks like Demko is taking some sort of body maintenance, load management time off. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know if he's actually going to miss any games out of it. But it sounds like it's something that he and the front office sort of negotiated going into the season or when they came back. When he started playing with the team again, I still think that's, I don't know what's up with the Blues right now. I know someone, I was answering some questions about, it's more about what to do with Holloway. Someone was saying something about how, where is it? The Blues seem to be more of a second, Rook. Blues seem to be more of a maybe a more of a second half team that they're just going to get caved in this first half of the season. So I don't know. I don't know if because there's really no difference in this roster now from when they went on that incredible tear in the last part of the season to make the playoffs. So it's like I don't know how much I trust Bennington there, but I mean they whooped up on someone last night. Was it last night? No, the night before, Thursday night. Yeah, it was the Sabres. I don't know why I think that's impressive. Yeah, it's like they benched Kyrou whoop the Sabres 3-0. I don't know if that sticks, if that actually gets the room motivated. We'll see. What are they? I think they're last. They're probably still last in the division there. I don't want Bennington. I'm not sure I want anyone. Well, you know what? I still say there are some solid fantasy pieces on the Blues. Rob Tom, especially if you're in points league. Someone posted something in trade chat there right as I was leaving. Doing this. Actually, I like that. 2 pick upgrades. That's a huge pickup. I like that. That's trade much better. Much better. Blah. There we go. Here's a couple. Yahoo 12 team, 1 year categories. Goals, assists, power play points, plus minus. Why do people use plus minus? Have to go on the wire to replace Theodore. Wire includes Forsling, Anderson, OEL. So not bad right now. Clark, Sanheim, Keandre Miller. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I would take Natchez. I feel like you can, especially if Vegas wants to stick with that 5 forward power play throughout the year. I think they will. Actually, you know what? Are they? Especially with Hanifin back. Yeah. With Hanifin back, that means they could use Theodore on that power play. Let me see what they're doing. Okay. Well, as of, was it probably that game versus Tampa? 7th. So, yeah, I'm assuming this was a practice yesterday then. Okay. Yeah. So right now, Vegas's power play is Marner, Hurdle, Dorofeev, Eichel, Theodore. The Theodore on there. Yeah, it's not a bad trade. I was so rather of Natchez, someone who's stapled to McKinnon. Who's better in head-to-head? Nylander, Sergachev, Cirelli. Ooh, that's tough. Because I feel like Sergachev is the straw that stirs the drink in Utah. That is, oh man. But Toronto's on the upswing right now. This is tough. And I feel like Cirelli is better than he has been. I don't know how is Cirelli pacing out? Is he I feel like it's not out of the realm possibility for him to repeat last year. Oh, is he is day-to-day. That's right, because I just saw Tampa's practice lines and he was not there. So he is out right now. Okay, so yeah, he's pacing pretty much the same as he was last year. 64 points versus 60 last year. And it's cool. It's a cool story. I guess he the summer before this past one, like he went and joined like Kucherov's summer crash training camp or whatever, and just went through with him and is like listened to him and was like, hey, like this is where, you know, I look for guys. This is where like I want you to be like when I am doing this. And just it's obviously paid off for him. Huge, nice marketed improvement last season. And looks like continuing that this year. I'm sure playing with Hagel helps. I think probably Hagel did that too. Back to this question. I don't know, Nylander. I think I'm valuing him at like 100+ point player. Oh, not Michael Nylander. That's the wrong Nylander. I don't think that's who he means. Oh, he's on 149 point pace. I don't think that stays though. There's got to be something unsustainable there. Oh, he's shooting at 30%. And he's only shooting 1.8 shots per game when he's a career like 3 shots a game shooter. Otherwise, everything else looks about the same. So he's like a 90 point player. Sergachev's probably a well, in Utah at least, he's probably like a 70-point defenseman. 60-point defenseman. 60-point defenseman, 60-point 2C versus a 90-point forward. I don't know. I'm always a sucker for trying to get that production from the back end. I feel like it's harder to get those defensemen that will get you points. See someone, but yeah, I still almost feel like those elite. I think I still got to go Nylander, but I feel like that's what was steering me to Sergachev. Again, sucker for trying to get those points from the back end. Points with bangs. It depends on the weight of the bangs. Dry, obviously, top 5 forward. But Tom Wilson, depending on your weight, that's huge. But Connor Bedard tied with Macklin Celebrini for points to start the season, which is crazy. I didn't think that was going to happen anytime soon. We'll see how that sticks, but good God, I didn't think that was something that was going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, who would I rather have on my? I think I'd still rather have Draisaitl on my team. Without knowing the scoring, I think I'd still rather have Draisaitl. I'm getting kind of dry on content here, guys. Doesn't help that I am without Jay, who is great at filling time. So if anyone in the chat has any start questions, or you just want to throw random hockey questions out, I like that too. May have to close up shop early. Keeper chat, sure. Even though it's pretty early to talk about keepers. If Matvei Michkov was dropped in your keeper league, would you add him? Actually, you know what? Like a month ago, I think most people would. I agree with the mob here. It's crazy that people are just like, I don't know. Not people, but Tocchet is just so trying to suppress his game. But I get it. You have to play a two-way game. You can't be even Kucherov, like you have to play defense. Like you can't just like, no, man, I'm going to showboat this, play zero defense and just turnover. We're a bakery here. With the Apple turnovers. Jackson LaCombe, my keep 8. No doubt waiver claim. Yeah, 100%. Even at this point in the year, yeah, I would put a claim on Jackson LaCombe if someone dropped him. Any of these guys to pick up Leo Carlson? I agree with the mob here. Matias Maccelli, I was cautiously optimistic. I knew Matias Maccelli would not be a 1-for-1 replacement for Mitch Marner. But wow, that was a huge fall off. Yeah, I know he has. I don't think he's been on that top line in quite some time. I know there were some people that were like, yeah, see, oh man, he's getting a trial on line 1. I knew this was the way. He's gonna be Marner light. It'll be great. I don't think it's been that great. Yeah, because top line right now they got Nyes, Matthews, Nylander. Yeah, Maccelli's on the third line with Dakota Joshua and Nick Waugh or Roy. I forget how French Canadian he is. Okay, man, no more start bench questions. Last call in the chat. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna go over to the other guys. Try to see if I can get a couple more. Oh, okay. I like this one. Start 1, goals, assists, power play points, PIMs, shots, hits, blocks, face-off wins. Schmaltz versus Montreal, Rust versus New Jersey, Tuck versus Carolina. Well, Tuck's the sit for me. He's a lock to sit. Schmaltz and Russ. Fuck, like Russ has been amazing since he came back. I was able to pick him up in a couple spots. Shoot. You know what? Does Schmaltz take face-off wins? Because I feel like that could be a sneaky way to get you face-off wins. I know he has center eligibility, but that doesn't necessarily mean he takes face-off wins. Actually, he does. He does take face-off wins. See, I think it's Schmaltz. I don't think Russ takes a whole lot of face-off wins. So bench one, Horvat versus New York, Tavares versus Boston. Yeah, this is tough. As much as I was just saying earlier, I love Horvat. Like and again, this is why I tend to stay away from like the Boston Toronto matchups, because that game could be 1-0. It could be 6-5. I guess you could say that about any hockey game, but I feel like those games especially, because they're just that rivalry. Who's Tavares playing with again? Because I know they moved Nylander off the line, so he's playing with Nick Robertson, Bobby McMahon. I don't know. What have they both done lately? Yeah, they're both still. This is tough. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot. This is lateral either way. I don't think either one is amazing over the other. And watch the vote split, isn't it? See, okay, Tavares is the way I was leaning, but I'm betting Tavares. Watch, he's gonna have like a 5-point day. I know he will. And see, oh wow. So okay, all right. So our Discord is saying Vejmelka, they're saying Swayman. I don't want to go anywhere near that. Bangers Cats start 1. Svetch versus Buffalo. Pinto versus Philly. I think Pinto, man. I know Svetch has been warming up, but I'm still not completely confident in him. When this is done. Okay. So I've gone through the other guys' sit start. I don't think there's anything in ours. Yeah. Okay. Cool stuff. So I think with that, I will go ahead and end it here. Thanks to all near 100 of you for tuning in. As always, we're here. Usually me and Jay, or I should probably start trying to get some other voices in here. It'd be great. We're here 11 to noonish Eastern every Saturday before all the games get started. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully we got you something useful today, and then we'll talk to you next time.